What is going on, guys? Hexagxn here, and today I got a little commentary for you, and this is actually going to be my life story, and I'm so excited to share this with you guys. A lot of stuff happened in my life that I can talk about, and this is going to be the first segment of Storytime with Hex, I guess. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So for those people that don't know, my real name is Lucas, and I was born in Germany. My parents are from here, and everyone in my family has been from Germany. Like, Germany's always been the birthplace of my family. That's how I can say it. And yeah, so that's pretty much the story, you know what I mean? But with me it was a little different. So I was born here, but when I was 4 years old, we actually ended up moving to Switzerland, which is a bit away. Not much, but it's like right next to Germany. So the start of my life, I started living in Germany, in Switzerland, pretty much, and I grew up there. Went to primary school there, and that's where I really found my passion for football, man. FC Basel, that was the game, man. I used to go every weekend, used to watch every game. It was my dream playing for them one day, which obviously didn't happen. But that's pretty much what happened in my life. Like, I was living near Basel, was really into football at that time and had no clue about video games. I think the first game I actually ever started playing was fucking Pokemon on Game Boy or some shit like that. So yeah, and then about 5 years later, when I was just done with primary school, my dad actually ended up getting a job offer from Malaysia. Now, so for those people that don't know, don't feel bad, man. I didn't know where Malaysia was. Even my parents didn't, so we had to look it up on a map, and it's actually between Thailand and Singapore. So Malaysia is somewhere in between there. So when I was 10, we ended up moving over there, and I mean, it was insane. It was so different. I remember landing at the airport for the first time. My dad went 2 months earlier, and ended up picking us up from the airport. So we drove home from the airport, and there was fucking palm trees everywhere. Even like huge signs, billboards. I had no fucking idea what billboards were. So we were driving past these huge billboards, and I'm like, wow, this is amazing. And I can actually remember it like it was yesterday. We ended up going to a shopping mall for dinner. I walked into my room. My dad had set it up. It was so nice. It's like everything that I loved, he put in it. He made it perfect for me. I got a nice king-size bed in there. I got a TV in there. It was literally the shit moving there. So everything was new. I ended up going to a German school because my English was just awful. Like, it was nothing like this English now. I couldn't speak any English. And I went to a German school and stayed there until 10th grade. And you guys have no idea the experiences I went through. Whole new school, whole new life. I think the biggest change for me was actually finding a football team to play for, and this took me forever. I was looking for a team to play, and you know, people would like, I would compete in the school football team, and we would go to these tournaments and stuff against other schools. And I actually remember one lady walked up to me. It's like, hey, you should come play for my team, or a team that we put together. And I was like, yeah, sure, I'll give it a try. And I ended up going, and man, these guys were like my family. We went to Sweden for the Youth World Cup with them. We traveled to Singapore, to Jakarta, to Bangkok to play tournaments. Man, this was like my life back then, and I really amazed it. So I then moved on to, you know, making friends, and the surprising thing was, even though I was in a German school, most of my friends weren't from that school. Through football, I actually ended up making friends with a lot of the international school kids and joining them. So I was really cultural, very diverse at that time. So pretty much my life got spun upside down by my parents, you know. I wouldn't say like I was racist before, but it was like, to me, when I walked up to an Asian guy, I would never have been friends with him when I was in Europe. But now, living there, having so many different cultures in one place, it was like mind-blowing to me. And I actually ended up with a different state of mind over there that I'm so thankful for, because I look at a lot of things different now than I think I would have if I stayed in Germany all my life. So thanks, Dad, for fucking making me go over there and live with you and shit, because that was probably the best thing that's ever fucking happened to me. But moving on, so from there on, I went to an international school for my high school. So I was around more Asian people, more English American people, and I think that did me really well. That's where I probably picked up my English as it is now, like. And yeah, I enjoyed my time so much, you have no idea. And when I graduated there, I was actually looking for something to do. And I was never sure of what I was going to do later in my life, up until one point where I realized it. And you know, my dad's a mechanical engineer, so I always thought, hey, you know, I'd go down his path, I'd take over my dad's company one day, make $1 million, get rich, and that's gonna be my life. But I chose a different path, and yeah, I'm not gonna tell you what it is just yet. I'm actually gonna tell you how I went there. So in 9th grade, we had to do a school internship, and I think it's very common to do a school internship in 9th grade. And all of these people were looking for something easy to do. I remember one or two of them went into a recording studio and they would chill 5 days of the week and literally do nothing. So with me, it was like my dad's always taught me to be hardworking, to work hard, and that's how you fucking get somewhere in life. If you work hard, if you fucking chill all day and do nothing, you're never gonna make money, you're never gonna earn a good salary, and especially you're never gonna fucking be proud of yourself. And I really wanted to do something, you know, that interests me, but that's hard work. And I talked to my dad. I was like, Dad, hey, can I go to your company and intern? And he was like, I'm not a big fan of it, because there's not much I can do at his company. I don't have the experience to do anything proper. But that doesn't mean I didn't help my dad. Like, when I didn't get a big allowance. If I wanted to get something, I had to go work for it. I had to go every weekend. I was working at my dad's house while my friends went celebrating. And I remember that was a bit frustrating sometimes, but it made me to the person I am today. So I went to do a internship at the Hilton Hotel in Kuala Lumpur in the pastry section, and I think that was mind-blowing. So that's pretty much where I got my experience from. It blew my mind. I was so happy with it. So eventually I said, hey, why don't I become a chef? And that's what I'm training for today. I'm an apprentice in one of the best 50 restaurants in Germany, and I'm actually becoming a cook, so to say. So I'm fucking learning every day, I'm working hard, and you know, being a chef is not an easy job. You work sometimes 18 hours, sometimes you work 12 hours. It's really mind-blowing, but your wage at the start of it is really low. But I have goals set for my life, and I'm looking to go somewhere, and I think that's what makes it so challenging for myself. Like, I don't just want to be any chef working at any restaurant, man. I got high stakes on it, and I want to go somewhere good. I want to work in a 1-2 Michelin star restaurant. I work in a 1 Michelin star restaurant at the moment, but I don't want to go down. I want to keep working in a Michelin star restaurant, maybe go 2 stars, maybe 3. So those are the goals that I've set for myself. And yeah, that's pretty much my life up until now. Obviously gaming's been a big part of my life, but that's a story for a different day, people. You know what I mean? Like, I can't explain my whole life in one commentary. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you comment, rate, and subscribe, and I'll see you fucking next time, YouTube.